I was young, I prayed nearly every night for my future wife. I prayed that she would feel God's love in the midst of whatever she was going through. I prayed that God would prepare my heart to love her the way she deserves to be loved. I no joke, prayed that she would be blonde. And I prayed that she would have all of the Lord, all of the time. I felt pretty good with that little list of mine, but God decided to ramp it up a bit.
Flesh of my flesh, bone of my bone. Like a story told you've always known. You took my breath in the daylight. You stole my heart like a thief in the night.
Savannah, you are a godsend. I couldn't imagine a better woman and a better family to marry my brother. My mom has prayed for you since my brother was a little boy, and I believe that you are an answer to her prayers and that God set you apart for William. And I know that William is going to be the best husband in the world, because being married is about waking up every freaking day and putting in the work to better yourself for your family and to make your spouse always feel loved. And I watched William do that in every aspect of his life.
Do not be fooled. I may be the best man of this wedding, but I'm not the best man in this room today. That title belongs solely to my brother, William Lewis Richter. I can guarantee everyone here that my words do not come close to capturing the beauty of this couple right here. The beauty, fullness, and deepness of the love that they share is uncapturable by any Da Vinci, Shakespeare, or Mozart.
When Savannah and I were in high school, I wrote her a letter telling her to wait to date someone until they would be able to only lead her closer to the Lord's heart. While she didn't necessarily immediately do that, she eventually did, and I know that Willie is the one that I wrote for her to wait for. I think one of the only things that we've ever argued about was when you dated a boy in high school and I didn't feel like he was right for you. We can laugh about it now because I don't think that anyone would disagree that there's a more perfect couple in this room than you guys.
I actually knew Savannah before I met her because Willie would not stop talking about her. I see his face light up every time he talks about you, and I've never seen him happier. You two were made for each other, and I want to thank you both for sharing the love and letting me tag along on your journey.
I'm not a peaceful person by nature, but one of the first moments when I knew this would last forever was the morning in Texas over Christmas break when we drove to see the sunrise on the top of Mount Benel. We were both super tired and just sat there wrapped in a blanket, taking it all in, and then afterward you introduced me to Texan breakfast tacos. We had only been dating a few months, but I felt this overwhelming sense of peace and contentment in just being for that moment. You have the peace of the Lord in you in a way that not many people on this side of heaven do, and that peace pours outward onto those around you as a result. I felt it then, and I know it's a part of you that will never change, even in the chaos of life. I've already seen firsthand in the past few years how you remain steady, even when the world around you is a hurricane. We may get old and wrinkly, and we may not know who we will become, but I know that I'm committing myself to someone who will never fail to speak truth to my heart and point me back to the Lord's heart above all else.
You two are amazing individuals. You complement each other in such special ways. Your faith has brought you together. You have the love and support from everyone in this room. And we wish you all the joy and happiness life has to offer. We love you both so very much.
You both remind each other to always love the Lord first, but to be each other's rock and support. I'm so happy I got to be a part of your journey.
You know, with Willie, like, he treats you like a king, which is amazing. He's just a friend, and he's the best friend that anyone could have, and he treats you so well. But then when you see him treating another person that way and treating Savannah that way, and getting a third-party view on the way he does relationships was amazing.
I'm so happy that the two best people that I know in life found each other. I'm one of the hardest critics of men in life, and you are one of the most amazing people. but you have to be for her. She is one of a kind, and you are the only one who deserves her. The only one.
We were barely dating a month before I was in the hospital with a broken rib and a damaged kidney after a hit that would end my football career. But it is not the catheter, the tears, or the smell of my hospital roommate's bedpan that would stick in my mind after that traumatic week. It is the moment when you laid with me on the hospital bed and watched as the clock flew far past the visitor hours and had to be literally kicked out of the room. When I found out the following morning that you had tried to get in my room hours before it was open, I realized that you would break just about any rule for me to feel your love just a moment longer. Sav, I vow to break any rule if it means you get to feel my love just a moment longer. I vow to remind you that I love you every single day, and I vow to never lose sight of the fact that the goal of this life is for us to stand before God and hear him say, "Well done, my good and faithful servant." And while we are still here, I vow to love you today and every day for the rest of our lives.
You